Hey, Segovia, back with another one. Hope everyone out there is having a good day. Y'all, we're back. We got a good one coming up today. We're going to take a walk on the darkest side of TikTok. You guys ready? Let's get into it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Churches are banks. There's no such thing as a church, y'all, that's for religion. Churches are banks. There's not a church in this world that's not financed by the bank. You cannot open up a church without a bank business. Why you think they take up tithes and offerings? I told people a long time ago, when you take up tithes, that's really putting your money up. They just to rob y'all through the book of the Bible. They tell y'all in the Bible, it said, bring ye tithes into the storehouse, so we will be meat for room for me in my house. What do that mean? That means it's like a bank. Bring your money to the bank, put it inside the account, and when you come through here and you want to draw something out, it'll be there for you. I get you, ain't nobody in this world can go to your church right now and say, give me some money out of my tithes, Because one thing about tithes, let me get y'all the game. It was a sacred thing. You put it in the envelope, put your 10% in the envelope, you lift the envelope, put your name on it. Guess what y'all didn't know? That envelope don't never supposed to be open. It's supposed to be put in your account. Oh, church, my bad, churches. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me because a lot of people want to come back and see if they got money in their account at the church. When y'all know, when you sign the contract with the bank, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Ain't no tax-free money around here. The offering, the church gonna pay for itself. You can do that. But bringing the tithes, using the Bible to rob the preach, but y'all didn't understand that. My mama get mad at me because I know the word of God without even having to read the Bible. You know what the Bible say? Will a man rob God? And guess what the next answer was after that? It said yes.
There's a lot of stuff in our skies we've been seeing lately. If you remember last year, Congress was starting to disclose a lot of things. They were literally saying, hey, things are coming from the sea. We're going to get disclosure. Congress is starting to drip feed us information about different life forms and whatnot.
You believe that they leaking out information? Because it seemed like that Tic Tac video, that was in 2018. So how long is it going to take for them to admit it?
I think to get society prepared, you have to drip feed them information, because what have we been seeing the past couple of years? What happened a couple of years ago in Miami? You guys remember that alien thing? So after you kind of desensitize people after a while, some shit happens. Oh, okay. And now it's like, okay, now I got to go to work and pay taxes.
You talking about the mall incident?
Yeah. So here's the story that they were saying. They were saying it was some kids with some fireworks. Why do you need every cop in the entire city to come out just for some kids with some fireworks? Where's the footage? I've been to Bayside. There's cameras everywhere. Where's the footage of the kids playing with the fireworks? And why do we have one shot of some grainy ass footage way from some condo just showing, oh yeah, that's what's going on? Just one piece of footage? That's all we got?
Nobody in that mall saw anything and came forward to anything. You can't tell everybody to shut up.
All the devices that we're using right now are all DARPA technology. You know what DARPA is? Think of it like SHIELD in Marvel. So DARPA is the arm of the government that is the shield and the sword. They create defense systems, offensive systems. So they're at least 50 years ahead when it comes to technology. You don't think they have something that can just disable all the footage at once? There was eyewitnesses saying that there was 10-foot tall beings that were gray phasing in and out of existence. And Representative Luna just said what? She said that these beings that they have information on are interdimensional. So if something is phasing in and out of existence, what does that sound like? That sounds like it's interdimensional.
I think there's a lot of paid social media influencers. And I found it very interesting that they were the MAGA accounts, but they're all paid. And they all attacked me when I announced I was coming to join you ladies on The View. And I think that's very weak and pathetic. But when I talk about weak Republican men, I'm pretty much talking oftentimes about the leadership in the House and the Senate. And they're not getting our agenda done.
This is a summary of what it is to live in the United States in 10 seconds. We pay taxes on money we earn, taxes on money we spend, taxes on things that we already own, with money that we have already been taxed.
It's a dude who played for Louisville basketball.
Okay.
All right. He played for Louisville. The man got a Baphomet tattoo on his back. The man do some type of satanic worship. The day before a ceremony, this man had the highest points the highest most points scored in Louisville basketball history. His roommate spazzed out because he said the nigga turned into the devil the day before the game. This right here is an exclusive. Now, I ain't never said this publicly, but if you look this up, if you look up this person, he got that tattoo. His roommate is a person who just smoke his little weed. He go to school, real down to earth. He called spazzing out in tears. He said the man turned into the devil. He seen it. I said, bro, did he dress up like a goat? He said, no. He said he transformed. And when he seen it, he slammed the door on him. When he seen it, his roommate had seen him transform, he slammed the door. This is his testimony. I'm not saying I was there, but I do know he got that tattoo on his back. That man, he played around with something. And it was several other witnesses who reached out to confirm this. And this was years back. Bro. No bullshit. This was years back. Because whatever people called me for, bro, I come outside and investigate it. You feel me? So
I mean, it's so crazy that people do that for fame, not realizing that I don't think people grasp, like, after this is eternal, right? Eternal for, if you're lucky, 100 years here. You're going to be famous in your prime, let's just say 40 years, 40, 50 years, right? The other 40, 50 years, let's say you make it to 100, you're really nobody, right? So those 40 years you're going to risk for an eternal, even if it's not real, just the gamble of that, eternal in hell, just to have your price of fame out here. That's crazy.
Coin. And it ain't some fucking Japanese guy in a cave. I know the guy.
Pull out.
Bitcoin will go to fucking zero.
And you know what? This was nothing. Wait till you see the video that's hidden in my bio.
Like, you have such a crazy power that if you're not careful, folks from deep, dark wells of perspective are gonna infiltrate your shit, try to exploit you. That's the main thing, is like people recognizing what you are, who have political agendas, will infiltrate your shit and then start blowing out their radioactivity into the world, right? That's a fear.
Like radium?
Exactly. Like they'll get in there, and then like all of a sudden, like you accidentally start exhaling shit that's like that you don't agree. I know you don't agree with like Ben Shapiro.
However, we're one of the worst global presences, and we have some of the most obnoxious, manipulative, rich elites of anywhere else. And they use the news machine as their like propaganda apparatus. They just pump money into it and hypnotize the public. But what's worse now is they're figuring out how to do it with independent media and podcasting.
Sure.
And you're seeing a lot of these podcasters, I'm sure you've seen this, leaning into the mainstream media. And I knew that was suspicious when I saw it.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
You know, because I was like, wait a second. If you're saying like, I don't want to shit on any podcast,
sure,
but it's like,
I'm fine with it.
You're
if you
saying,
want to, though.
You're saying, oh,
I'll fucking
fuck Fox News. Yet you give Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, and Jake Paul a front row at the fucking inauguration.
Yeah,
and the Nelk Boys, I think, were there too, but they got snubbed. But the point is, I'm saying it's like they used Trump, and those people used the podcast sphere to manipulate their way into the White House by like assuming this, like, oh, I'm just your friend. It's me, bro. Trump, your buddy. You know,
all those people that are organized, they can come hang out with us. Give me a hug.
You don't want to give them a hug?
Relax.
Why?
Just relax. All those people are just people, man.
Like a white supremacist?
They're lost.
And what's funny is people get like so mad. I don't like any politicians.
Me either.
I've never liked anybody. There's no point of them being a public servant. They're all there for themselves. And it's crazy because like, you'll say that, you'll be like, I don't know, man. Like, I kind of feel weird with Elon being an unelected, foreigner fucking with our shit. And they'll be like, you, what the fuck? And Biden, you go, fuck Biden too.
Yeah, right.
And they're like, well, AOC, fuck her. I don't give a fuck. Fuck all of them.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about any of them.
I'm in Costco in China. And before this used to be American beef, and now everything is just Aussie beef from Australia.
I went ahead this week and sent
$104.
around a life insurance policy of sorts, a package rather, to people that I trust, a package filled with text messages, emails, private communications, videos, and private legal documents. So if anything happens to me, you guys will know exactly who it is that has been making my life a living hell over the past couple of years. People are trying to bankrupt me, trying to bankrupt me and my family. They're threatening us, sue us. Leave me alone.
I believe Candace. I believe that someone is trying to silence her, because this girl has talked about things that make people so angry, and the more she has dug into it, the more people are getting upset with her. But I'm not saying I agree with everything she says. I'm not saying that I'm her biggest fan or anything like that. The more people speak about it, the less they might want to risk it. Okay? Candace, please have your security up high. If anything happens, car crash, plane crash, something like that, we know it wasn't that.
Some of y'all said Oreos don't burn. We're about to find out. Going to hold each one for a different amount of time, okay? 1 Mississippi. Oh. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. It ain't done nothing. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. Are you joking right now? Dude. All right, time for the whammer. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at that.
Wow.
Are you kidding me, dude?
Poison.
Yes, it's obviously a little... Actually, wait a minute. Okay, so that didn't do anything. I can't see nothing that's been done to this thing. It looks exactly the same. Wait a minute. That little symbol, though. What is that symbol, and why is it... Dude, this is not good. I see why now. Dun, dun, dun. What y'all think, though, man, for real? Look, check out this torch, though, man. Look. Ooh, that joker don't play. Hold on, let's do it again. Hold on. Let's just do it one more time. Just one more time. Come on, boy. That's about 30 seconds right there, easily. Let's see here. Look, it ain't even hot, man. Yeah, it's a little steamy, but, it really don't smell too good either, y'all. But look, the
Crazy.
symbol
We put that in our body, y'all.
stays in place every time. Look at that. That looks more like a scorpion, don't it? That right above my thumb, right there. You see it? It's like zoop and zoop. Yeah, man. I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying. A lot of people say there's certain reasons why they won't burn. Here's the original symbol right here.
That emblem,
as you can
yeah.
see.
Jeez, right in front of our face.
Man. What y'all think? Y'all let me know.
Sick of it.
I don't think y'all ready for this one. Do y'all remember these cookies, right? These cookies, I'm sure some of you guys are eating some right now because it's the holidays. These cookies will show up for 2 to 3 months, right, for the holidays, and then they would disappear like they never existed until the next year again, right? And my wife would like to know why, and I want to know why as well too. But besides the point, well, you won't believe where these things are being made at, y'all. And after you see this video, you're definitely gonna go return this and never look at this ever again, because why was they always in our faces like this? Every store we went to, why?
Okay, so I came to Walmart today just to see if this was real. See this? Do you see this big box of like cookie things? These? And it says, product of India. Product of India, right there. I don't think you're ready for this. I don't think you're ready for this.
Y'all ever wonder why America gets other products from other countries and bring them over here to our country?
Cheaper.
And then we find out things like this? Because this is not the first time. And you guys do know America outsources majority of its food, right? Like, majority of the stuff that you're eating doesn't come from America. So why is that? And America is the most poisoned country or nation in the world. So are these other countries purposely doing this to us? And why is that?
Nope.
Let me know down in the comments below, y'all. But this right here, y'all shouldn't be celebrating. Again, the holidays are over. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, share for more videos.
It's all money. It's all money. They get it cheaper. They don't care. They don't care what they're feeding us. That's why they put in these laws. You can have all these poisonous foods in our food, but you can't have it in other countries. Other countries, I'm not going to say they care for their people all the way, but, you know, other countries outside of the Western civilization seem like they're a lot better than us, the Western civilization. But the Western civilization makes us think that those people are living in poverty, living in huts, living in communism, living in pollution, right? Like China, what do you think? Mass pollution everywhere, mass people. That's what they make us think that those countries are. But it seems like they're thriving, they're healthy, and we're the third world country. Oh, that's what it's starting to look like.
Let's get it, y'all. Peace in.
Guys, Stephen Greer predicted this exact moment, a government-approved disclosure that makes people afraid instead of informed. So I just finished watching The Age of Disclosure, and for sure the entire UFO conversation looks exactly like what he warned us about. Think about it. The documentary is packed with senators, intelligence officials, Pentagon insiders, national security people, but one of the most visible figures in the UFO world, Stephen Greer, is nowhere to be found in this documentary. Instead, we have politicians like Ted Cruz, come on now, and former Pentagon officials like Luis Elizondo telling the story through a national security filter. And honestly, it feels like Elizondo's performing the role of a whistleblower instead of being one. Everything is vague, classified, and somehow he ends up in every documentary as an insider who can't tell you anything. No documents, no photos, nothing, no programs named. And the whole thing is framed around the idea that UFOs might be a threat, not wonder, not curiosity, not peaceful contact, just a plain threat. And it's exactly the narrative Greer said the government would use once they were ready to disclose on their terms. The documentary keeps repeating phrases like unknown threat, incursions, and national security risk, and it shows crafts like hovering over nuclear sites, doing maneuvers beyond human tech, all with like dramatic music and tension. So even if they never say be scared, the entire tone nudges the viewers into fear, like fear of the unknown, fear that justifies more military funding and more government control. Meanwhile, the researchers who talk about peaceful contact, consciousness, can't say that word, or non-military interpretations are completely left out. So the question is, are we witnessing real disclosure? Why not? Or the exact fear-based disclosure Greer warned us about? Let me know what you guys think, because the documentary says a lot.
Six months now, no mold, no melt, no nothing, Nestle. What's going on with this anyway? Listen. Where's it at? Oh, there it is. Look at this. This right here, no joke. This is the real deal Nestle ice cream. I want y'all to look closely. Look at that right there. Are you joking me right now? Look, no mold, no melt. Listen, listen, listen. Yeah, you see that? That is insanity, man. Look, please. It's just crazy, man, how people still actually eat this stuff. I'm so glad we stopped eating it. We lost about 100 pounds a piece cutting this junk out, man. Seriously. Somebody said I should sell it like it's wall art or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I can put it up on the wall. It's right here because it's like a 3D model. You know what I mean? I don't know what they put in it. A lot of y'all are going, you probably already commented, oh, it's not ice cream. It says frozen dessert. Ooh. I do this every time. But seriously, man, I don't care what it is. It does not need to be going in your body. It just doesn't. They should cut out all these dyes, all this junk, all this. What is that right there? Holy smokes, what is that? Oh, it's just, wait, is it glycering? Wait, glistening? What the? Do y'all see that thing blinking right there? Somebody tell me what that is right there now. All right, boys, y'all want to buy this right here? Yeah. You do? Wait, you do? Yeah. What you digging in your pocket for, huh? Uh-huh, you ain't got no money, eh? Well, I guess you can't have any because you don't have any money. Look at it. Oh, what you... Yeah, see, even he knows, man. What you think, Bill? You want to buy it? Bill said, no, I'm good. See, Bill's smart. So is Mav. Anyways, man. It's what? Yeah. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Oh, wait. You gonna bite it? Okay, go ahead. No! Oh, boy, you're so silly, man. Ooh. Hit me in the... Buddy, wait a second. Wait. Whew. Anyways, so look, y'all. One more good look at this right here. Hold on. I just don't see how anybody in their right mind would want to eat this. I mean, just look at it, man. Look. No mold, no melt, no nothing. In all this time. It's been outside for 6 months. 6 months, y'all. I don't know. Well, let's just look at it for just a few more seconds before we stop the video, because, hold on. Look at
Guy likes to beat that dead horse, doesn't he?
Look at that thing, man. I mean, what's even in there? I wonder if can I get daggone... It's all squishy in there still. Dude, it is squishy in there. I'm not even kidding, man. Bruh. Ain't no way. Jay.
It's being sold on the dark web for $500 to criminals. Christmas is coming up. They're going to be going around popping trunks and standing in parking lots just capturing keys, which I'll show how it works.
That's how I get my Christmas presents.
Every time he clicks it, it's just popping up as forward, right? And then I can save it. Unlock, lock. So every time I click a button, it goes in line with the next rolling code in sequence that the key fob would have had synced with the car originally. And the solution to it is sadly, go up to your door and physically use your key. But if you click a button, you're at risk of somebody completely stealing your key fob and having forever access to your car. These are the vulnerable cars. All the Fords. Mitsubishi, Honda's coming soon, Fiat, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, Ferrari, Maserati, Subaru, Hyundai, Kia. So a lot of cars.
For you, I want to get back to the Charlie Kirk thing real quick.
Yeah.
Who would want him killed and why?
I don't think, if you really honestly want to know my opinion,
yeah,
I think he's alive. I think he was on that jet that disappeared 30 minutes after. I think he went into that trap door. They took a mannequin or fake something or a body double or something and took him somewhere else. There's no autopsy. There's no ballistics report. There's no body. That body that she was crying over was obviously fake. I mean, it looked, did you see that thing?
No.
She was crying over his body and his body was laying in the casket. His hands were plastic. It wasn't even the same color as a dead person. You know what I mean?
If that's true, though, that means that he had
I think it's a show.
He had to have been, this whole thing, his whole entire trajectory and insertion into the political sphere, pop culture, was all manufactured.
Well, I mean, look at it like this. Yeah, think about, who paid the first $150 million to get the college campuses on their side?
Israel.
Okay, so then he did it. The second that he started saying something different, and then what is the prophecy? The prophecy is that Israel has to have the whole world mad at them so that they can build the next temple and usher in the Antichrist.
Jesus Christ!
Isn't that the prophecy?
I don't know. You would know more than me.
But that's
is that in their Bible?
Yeah, they have to make the whole world mad at them. Start World War III. Start Armageddon to usher in the Antichrist.
What the fuck is that? Bro, what the hell? Speaking of it, I'm literally watching the live stream of NASA.
Looks like...
What the hell is that?
Like a Nintendo game.
What?
What is it? Blastoid?
What?
I forgot the game. When you shoot...
That is so weird.
Pyramid scheme. Listen to this.
Police officer pyramid scheme the whole time.
Off-duty police officers could get a side gig as a DARE officer, and then they could recruit other police officers in their area. The more people you recruited, the more kickbacks you got. And that's why it spread so fast, because it was kind of an MLM. And the way they got that model, one of the board members, the founder of Herbalife.
Did you just hear
what they just said?
Remember
Oh,
Herbalife?
this didn't work.
Forgot about that.
And the fact that they like eventually came around to weed. You remember that when the DARE program was like, all right, the list of drugs you can't do doesn't have weed anymore. Like they just let weed in. Like what? That was the main one you guys warned us against. Remember the girl with the deflated skin on the couch because she was high? Which it turns out that was a great analogy for being too high. That's exactly what it feels like. But that was all we. And then eventually they were just like, no, weed's okay. But the cocaine. Remember the cocaine songs and the heroin songs? Listen to those.
Remember that.
Bro, what? This was a pyramid scheme. And to be honest,
I remember two things from when we did DARE in like, I don't know, second or third grade. One was he was asking us, what is the number one tool a police officer uses? And it was saying your gun, your handcuffs, your flashlight, you know, all these things. And I remember it was a pen. Yeah, that's what I remember. A pen. We do a lot of writing all day. That's all we do is write, a pen. And then I remember too, he was talking about, I don't know what he was talking about, speeding or something. And just a little joke he said, and I still think about it to this day when I'm at a red light. He's like, my wife, she's got to be across the, you know how it's a red light, like she's got to get to that other crosswalk before anybody. She has to. It's like an OCD thing. So I'm always thinking about that, like when I see cars, like still to this day, y'all, 30 years later, I'm still thinking about that one thing where he said his wife has to get to the other side first. So sometimes I get there first. Like just, it's crazy how some things stick with you. Some stupid things, right? Like a pen. I don't remember the weed stuff. I don't remember the drug stuff, but I remember the damn pen. And I remember his wife had to get to that other crosswalk before any car all the time. Two things that stuck with me from DARE.
any difference for us. Like they went to schools and told people not to do drugs. Like that's a win, I guess. No one listened, but it was still a good little assembly, you know, during some class period. You got to do this.
There's a man in Chicago who claims he's been alive for 900 years, and the terrifying part, he knows things he shouldn't. They call him the Infinite Man, and once you hear his story, you'll understand why even the police refused to write an official report. It started when officers found a homeless man wandering downtown, old coat, torn shoes, mumbling to himself. But when they tried talking to him, he spoke perfect Middle English, not modern English, the kind spoken in the 1100s. When they brought him in, he suddenly switched accents. French, then Latin, then something a linguist later said hasn't been spoken on Earth for hundreds of years. He told them his name was Iman, and that he was born in the year 1134. At first, the officers thought he was confused until he started recounting historical events with impossible accuracy. Battles, kings, floods, even the exact weather conditions on days that historians only partially reconstructed. Then he told them something even stranger. He doesn't live through time, he slides through it. He said every time he dies, he wakes up somewhere else. Different year, different country, different life, same consciousness. Almost like his soul can't stay in one timeline, like it's unstuck. One officer asked how many times it's happened. He said, I don't count anymore, but your world is the noisiest one I've been in. They asked him how he ended up here in 2025. He said he drowned in the 1600s and woke up gasping out on the shore of Lake Michigan just a few months ago. When they pressed him for the details, he said something that made everyone in the room go silent. I don't think I'm the only one sometimes. I see people who recognize me from lives I don't remember. And before they could question him further, he vanished. Not escaped, not ran, just gone. 1 minute he was sitting in the chair, the next the room was empty. Security cameras glitched for exactly 7 seconds. No explanation, no trace. But the officers who interviewed him all described the same feeling, that the moment he disappeared, something in the room felt colder, like a part of history got erased right in front of them. If the Infinite Man was telling the truth, where is he now? And how many lifetimes has he lived since the last time someone saw him? Stay weird.
We had amazing pizza that night. And
it was great. It was a blast. I mean, there's some good pictures from that night too.
3 foods I love. Number 1, Pizza Land, Pizza Margarita. Now, Pizza Land doesn't exist anymore.
I'm telling you, baby oil it just go with everything. You can get baby oil on pizza. I done got it on pizza before. You taste it, you can't even hardly taste it. I had baby oil all around my mouth.
Imagine you had all that money and you invited all high-profile people over to your house, and all you ordered was a bit of pizza. Then everyone raves about it and they go on about how they got good pictures. Sorry to disappoint, but it's one of them. If you know, you know. And if you don't, you got some learning to do. Hopefully the comment section can enlighten you.
How's Anthony Weiner still alive?
Anthony Weiner's still alive because I believe there's two possibilities. Number one, there's a dead man switch somewhere, meaning that there's something somewhere.
You know the story about his laptop with the cops that saw it?
And supposedly they're all dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of them.
Crazy.
Yeah. How many cops are dead? Google that. But the other thing is that they said what they saw was so horrific.
Did you hear last month in Colombia there was a landslide revealing a rock face never before seen, and an apparition was formed in it? Check this out.
Les vamos a contar algo. Nosotros veníamos pues bajando ya de Morca y vemos acá unas personas reunidas y que casi apareció la virgencita.
It's not an accident.
Muy bien. Y es naturalmente, ¿no? Pues era porque yo ya en la tía se hubiera borrado, ¿no? Sí, claro, se hubiera borrado. Sí, ya para
Now, this reminds me of the story of the carpenter who showed up somewhere in Mexico to finish a church. You know this story?
The stairs.
And the nuns couldn't figure out how to build this staircase, and they prayed and prayed and prayed. And then a guy shows up at their door, a mysterious man. He didn't say anything. He said, I'm going to fix this, but you got to leave for a week. And he built this spiral staircase in this church with no nails, no screws, no fasteners, no adhesives. And to this day, it's like they don't even understand how this thing is standing. Reminds me of the Tilma of Guadalupe as well. Sometimes these things, it's evident in our natural world here that something else is going on. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more. Amen.
Most of us are aware about the Jeffrey Epstein files at this point, but the new ones have been released. There's a lot of artists on there that I didn't expect to be on there. Hello from the other side. Adele was mentioned 8 times in this shit. Adele, what are you doing? And then, of course, the other names. We have Mick Jagger, Elton John, and Prince Andrew being the most that actually was mentioned. He was mentioned 173 times in this shit. Oh my God. It's a little weird because I saw a video earlier talking about how the Epstein files were all blacked out and shit and there was no names. And so then I saw this video talking about all these other people that were talked about. So I was like, wait, what? But these people may not be there because of what you think, okay? Slow your horse. Jeffrey Epstein held a lot of parties for people. He was contacting a lot of people. He knew a lot of people. He was climbing the social ladder, okay? So Adele being mentioned doesn't necessarily mean she was doing shit like that, okay? She was just mentioned. Same with Mick Jagger, but Prince Andrew, on the other hand, buddy, I don't know what you got going on. So just because they're mentioned doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad thing. It's just because they were associated with them at one point. Let me know what you think, because personally, I didn't think Adele was gonna show up on this shit. I love Adele. I'm not gonna, my grandmother got me on Adele.
And here I'm thinking only America experienced some weird ass shit. What is going on in Hong Kong right now, y'all? This isn't just like some small apartments, y'all. These are high rises. 4 of them burning like quickly, like it was just paper or some shit. How did these buildings just go up in flames like this and so quick? I believe they said it started at one building first, like on the side it engulfed in flames, and then the flames somehow went to all other ones. You still had families trapped inside this fire as well. That shit wild, fool. Reports are saying this is the deadliest fire in Hong Kong in decades. I don't know how many people confirmed unalive by this jump, but they did say some people passed away. So RIP to them. Y'all let me know
Wasn't
what
like
y'all
40
think about
something
this down
people?
below in the comments. And also, y'all let me know what y'all think started this fire.
Do you believe in a casting coach? Is that a real thing?
One time I went into this, I ain't call his name, man, but I went into this producer's office. He called me. He wasn't a producer at the time. He was a manager, and he a big time producer now. I went into the office. I had to audition.
I wonder why.
He sent me on audition. He was my manager. Sent me on audition. And he said, well, come to my office first. I want to see how you do it. I'm like, this kind of strange. I never go to my manager office audition. I went in and, show him how to do it. And I went in, man, he was sitting behind the desk with his underwear on. And his body all greased up, man. I was like, wow. So I did the audition. I got to go, man. I don't want to be late. He said, yeah, it's just hot in here. It's hot in here. I said, yeah.
In a previous video relating to Sedona, Arizona, I discussed Walt Disney's connections to it, and how the internet somewhat tried to suppress that information, stating there was no definitive evidence he ever resided there. Looking deeper, they acknowledge he did. In the last video I pointed out Thunder Mountain, a ride at Disney, which is named after Thunder Mountain in Sedona, aka Capitol Butte. I mentioned the street Disney Lane, but what only recently occurred to me is that
Snoopy
in
Rock.
Sedona, you also have the Matterhorn Hotel.
Matterhorn?
For those who don't
Stayed
know,
there.
the Matterhorn is also a ride at Disney. And go figure, the logo is an owl. You know, Club 33 stuff. Here's something you probably didn't know about Walt Disney. He had originally named Mickey Mortimer Mouse. Probably changed it to Mickey just so it could reflect the word wicked. Here's another fun fact. He helped several government agencies with animation, including NASA. Friendship with Werner von Braun. Anyway, did you know Sedona is also home to the only McDonald's that has a blue M? Nothing crazy attached to it. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
See, it's got the blue M in Sedona. There's I don't know if it's a law or just an unspoken rule. You can't have like wild colors, right? You can't have like a bright purple house, right? Everything's got to blend in with the rocks. They don't want to take the eyes off of the mountains, off the rocks to your house, right? So everything is Sedona red color, turquoise. You know, the McDonald's emblem has the turquoise M. Only one in the country or the world, I'm not sure. I think it might be the world that doesn't have the golden arches. So, yeah, and there's a rock over there called the Snoopy Rock, and it looks like Snoopy on his back, y'all. Next time I go over there, I'll post a picture for you guys. It's pretty crazy. I'm due for a Sedona trip. It's been a while.
Oh my goodness, this is starting to get very real. Candace just said the White House confirmed her receipts that the French government, specifically the Macrons, are planning an assassination hit on her. She provided an update this morning saying, our show will be off air this week. As an update, both the White House and our counterterrorism agencies have confirmed receipt of what I reported publicly. Emmanuel Macron attempted to organize my assassination per a source close to the first couple. Also, I will again state that French legionnaires were involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination, but they did not act alone. For all of you who doubted my claims, you can now look to the President of the United States and our intelligence communities to issue a statement to confirm whether I am telling the truth or not. I like Candace Owens and I think she's telling the truth, but I know a lot of you don't, especially as of late because of what she's doing with the investigation of Charlie Kirk and what she says about Israel. So just take it from this guy.
I don't care how much you don't like Candace. I don't care how much you've been trashing the American government and the FBI. They got to do something. And I'm going to tell you what they will do. It doesn't matter right, wrong, or indifferent. They have to investigate this. They have to investigate this. And I think that if it is found to be true, and the proof prevails, which I'm convinced, after talking to Candace and the stuff that we talked about, I'm convinced, then that means that there should be dire consequences for the French government.
At the end of the day, these are people who have grown platforms to talk about what they believe in and they fight for it. Candace Owens is one of these people. She probably has the biggest platform in the world, and that has a lot of influence on people, including myself. So when you talk about controversial stuff and you stand on it, it pisses really strong people off, and now they want her killed. And no one should be killed for what they believe in.
So
man, government ain't gonna save Candace, Trump, or FBI. All the French got to do, hey, we'll give you a couple, B-52 bombers. You let us do our little thing over here. You turn the cheek, put on the news that she offed herself. Nobody's gonna go bat an eye. They're gonna talk about it for a week. Guess what's coming up? Super Bowl. Everyone's gonna forget, right? That's how it is, y'all. Government don't care. Throw them some money, they'll do anything.
Went into a thrift store.
I like
and they
Candace
saw
too,
this
so
Bible,
I'm just telling you guys the truth.
They didn't even charge them for the Bible. The Bible was free. You know, at a thrift store, things will cost like $1, $3. This Bible was free, and they took this Bible, and when they opened the Bible,
So they open the Bible and they see that the words are upside down. Like the Bible is upright, but the titles are upside down. And I've never seen a Bible like that. Y'all can let me know if y'all have seen a Bible like that. But the words are upside down. Then to make matters worse, they put the Bible on their dashboard and they were about to leave, and you will not believe what happened.
Damn.
The alternator just blew out, just big boom. And then it just started leaking. Car just breaks. So I say this to say that when you are buying objects, I don't care what it is, from a thrift shop, from any type of store, from any place, and it's been used by someone else, you probably need to use your discernment and pray over those things before you bring it into your spaces, your car, your house, your bedroom. You need to, because I've seen spirits and demonic things attach themselves to objects and to things like that.
True.
I've seen witches do things where they manipulate things that you may think are of God. Like a Bible, you wouldn't think that a witch can go and do something with, but they do. They go and they put little spells on it. They put little incantations on it, and you don't know it because it looks normal on the outside. When we open it up, you see things are weird on the inside. If you are buying things from these places, whether it's lamps or clocks, anything from these thrift stores or from random people, you need to pray over that thing before you bring it into your dwelling. Because if you don't, things like this can happen. And y'all might say, oh, that is just weird timing, coincidental. This doesn't mean... No, this is real. It happens all the time. All the time. Watch what you bring into your house or into your car. Because I'm telling you, if it's a strong enough spell, a strong enough warlock, or a strong enough witch, I'm telling you, they will find a way to enact those spells and bad things on you.
Yeah, I used to be freaked out a lot about I used to do a lot of reselling, thrift shops, estate sales, which means, they died in the house or they died. So a company will come in and put everything in the house for sale. You go there and get things on a bargain, right? Tools, all that. So I used to be nervous because in my apartment, I'd have everything, where I used to do my videos right there in big crates. So, sometimes I'd be nervous, y'all, because you never know what things do attach to items, right? Energies and all that. So, but anyways, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Segovia did a little short 45-minute banger, right? Not too much talking. I'm overdosed on carbs. The mind's all over the place. I'm back on it today. Had some eggs and bacon for breakfast. About to go have some leftover turkey and a hamburger patty right now. Probably go outside and decorate for Christmas, the Christmas lights and all that. Get a little hike in later. I may go live on my third channel, Segovia Live. Make sure you guys go. I might change it to like Segovia Podcast. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do over there. But for sure, I'm going to start going live, y'all. I'm going to start, just when I go hiking, things like that. Sometimes like going live with these types of videos, I'm not too good at that, y'all. Like, y'all know what I deal with on a daily basis, and panic attacks happen and all that. So maybe one day we will, but when I'm out there on the mountain, that's my element and all that. So that's my comfort zone, right? So I'm gonna start going live over there when I go for a hike, and I'm kind of going damn near every day when I can, right? So, if you want, links down below, go over there, subscribe. We'll be going live on hikes and chit-chatting, talking life and all that. So this is Segovia. I'm signing out of the Man Cave. Hope everyone out there has a good day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.